Hey, welcome everybody. Good evening. Today is Thursday. Carmen Melgoza Gutierrez and I, Barbie Calab, we're so excited to have you with us tonight. So we know it's late. It's 7:30. That's almost my bedtime. And I'm not kidding. Even in 2 hours, I'll probably be asleep. But we are so excited to have you with us. We're going to be talking to you tonight about how we started our online wellness business as influencers, how we've had success, but in sharing our story, we want you to be able to see yourselves, that gave me goosebumps, in our place, because we will be able to show you exactly how we did it, and we'll be able to help you do the same. So at the end of this webinar, you get to decide, oh my gosh, something that Carmen said, something that Barbie said really resonated with me. I want more info, I'm ready to sign up, or you know what, this isn't really for me, and that's totally okay. So here is the agenda. Tonight we're gonna be sharing our stories, what we actually do as online wellness influencers. It says fitness influencers, but really it's fitness and health, wellness in general. We're gonna be sharing about our income growth, the tools and the support that you'll receive when you join our team. Then we're gonna discuss some of the top excuses that we tend to tell ourselves. And Carmen, you're freaking amazing at this. How to get out of our own way. And then finally, how to get started. And if we have a little time, we can do a Q&A. So that is a screenshot of my latest Instagram. All right, so I'll start with my story. And I'm gonna put my little timer on because
that's okay.
We don't want to keep you guys on forever. So we're really on a timer. Okay, so in a nutshell, you guys, my name is Barbie Calab. I'm 45 years old. I grew up on public assistance on welfare. Everyone around me was poor. There were hardly any men around. I mean, I grew up around a lot of single moms, and the future just didn't look that promising for me. But I knew ever since I was a tiny little girl that got me emotional, that I was meant for more, that I wasn't gonna, look, I got goosebumps. And whenever I get goosebumps, it means that it's real and it's strong. I just knew that my destiny was supposed to be something bigger than what I saw around me. And so I got a PhD. I thought, okay, well, this is it. This is how I'm gonna do it. And so as soon as I got my PhD, I also lost my father, whom I loved very much. I also got divorced after being in a relationship for 13 years. I also just finished my PhD, and I gained all this weight. So I discovered Beachbody. I gotta give you the nutshell story. I discovered Beachbody, and I just wanted to lose weight. Fast forward, I really wanted to help people. I heard about this coaching thing. Because I grew up in poverty, I didn't open my mind to the idea that I could actually one day make an income doing something that I loved. I'm a teacher in my core, and I knew that I wanted to spend my life helping people, but I didn't allow myself to think in the beginning that I could actually make an income. Fast forward in my third year, we're gonna talk about income, but in my third year, I just decided, you know what? I can really, no, it was actually a year in. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Fast forward 11 years, I'm one of the top earning coaches in all of Beachbody Network. We've built a team of 25,000 coaches. Beachbody doesn't guarantee you anything, but I can tell you that I found my husband through Beachbody, so there he is. And I have an incredible husband, I have an incredible team, and we've built just an amazing life. I'll end with this. We just went to Costa Rica on vacation. We went for 4 days. And after the third day, honestly, you guys, I was ready to come back home because I love our home. I love our life. And to me, that's a testament of what we, you know, this life that I've worked so hard for is so worth sharing with you guys. And I love my house. I love this life that I have, and I want to help as many men and women. I talk to women a lot, but I really want to help as many men and women as possible to create the kind of success that Carmen and I have been able to create. So that's my story in a nutshell.
Nice. And I got the goosebumps too. And it was not even my story because I get very Well, thank you so much for being here, you guys. I know you could be doing something else, but you're here, and that means a lot to us because that means that you're really serious about wanting to know more about this opportunity. So who's Carmen Melgoza? Carmen, actually, I was born and raised in Mexico. I came to the United States when I was 18 years old, no English, no nothing. So that's why when Bobby said no, the excuses, I'm like, there's no excuses, not even a language excuse. But when I came here, I found myself very like confused about like the culture and everything. So that was more like a culture shock that I started like being kind of depressed because I came to a country where I didn't know the language, the culture was different, and I started gaining weight. And that was just letting me feel very depressed, not happy the way I look. And I was like, I need to do something to change. And I tried so many things out there, like different diets and like crazy things to get rid of the extra weight that I gained, because my heaviest, I was like about 185 pounds, and I was just not happy. And something actually that happened that kind of opened my eyes to, I need to take care of myself, is actually losing my dad to a heart attack. And I was like, wait, we think we eat right, so I need to make a change. And I had to start with myself so I can inspire my family and I can inspire some other people so we can live healthier and can live longer. So while I was here in the States, I actually went to school for accounting. I'm a former accountant. And I actually say I quit my job like it's going to be 3 years actually to become a full-time coach. But I started like falling in love with the programs. And actually my last job as an accountant was with Beachbody. I got hired to be an accountant there. And like I worked there for about almost 5 years. Through there, I learned so much about the tools that they offer, which we're going to talk more later about that. And I started working now. I started eating healthy, and I was like, what? Wait, I don't have to do any diets or anything crazy. So this became like my passion to take care of myself, and then in the process, inspire other people. So I got to my healthiest way, and actually, I just had a baby 5 weeks ago. Exactly today, 5 weeks ago, and I never thought I was going to be able to go through a healthy pregnancy and feeling so motivated and so passionate about sharing my story now with other people so they can see. And now actually through my postpartum, which many people were like thinking, oh, you're gonna go through a lot of depression and all those things. I think living a healthy lifestyle and going through this journey with Beachbody really helped me to change my mind and see things in a different way. Than now in my 5-week postpartum, I feel amazing and I'm like getting in shape. So that's just a little bit about my story. I can go on and on, but I mean, you will get to know me a little bit more through this process. But anyways, that's just part of my story. And actually another thing that I just want to mention is now that I have a family, we're so happy and we're so blessed because my husband and I now we're doing this together full-time as online fitness coaches and wellness influencers. And this is something that is just priceless because we went through the pregnancy and both of us enjoyed this. My husband was able to go with me to the appointments, and now that our baby is here, it's like we don't have to worry about leaving our baby with a babysitter or leaving worrying about going back to work, because this is our job and we can work from home and we can work with our baby, and it's just amazing. So it's a blessing that I found Beachbody on my life.
Oh, I can't even talk. It makes me feel so good because I see you share so much on your Instagram stories, and I see Gustavo holding the baby and you're working and you're really, really acting as a team. And I remember the hard days. This is the amazing thing, you guys, that I remember Carmen's hard days. And so I think I goosebumps again to see Carmen and her family prospering like this. It's honestly the best. It's the best feeling in the freaking world. When I found out that I was an elite coach and Beachbody called me a few months ago, I was like, oh, wow, that's so cool. When they told me that Carmen had achieved this status of premier, I was like crying, ugly crying, because it feels so good to see other people succeed. So that leads to, what is it that we do?
Yeah.
What do we do, Carmen, as coaches?
What do we do? As I mentioned before, and you saw in my photos, we use the product. So we are part of the product. And basically what it is like we work out we work out from home, which is the most amazing thing. Like, especially right now, I don't have to worry about leaving my baby and going to the gym and just about all those crazy stuff, waiting for somebody to let me use a machine and all of that. We work from home, we work out from home, and we eat healthy. And when I mean eat healthy, it's not a diet. Like, you basically learn to measure your portions, you learn to go grocery shopping, you learn to prepare this amazing food, not only for you, but also for your kids, for your husband, for the whole family. So, I mean, we start with ourselves, and then we influence our family to join this healthy lifestyle journey. And another thing that we do is we just share with others what we do, just as Barbie mentioned, through my Instagram. And I mean, some of you already follow me and you see my posts. All that we do is we just share our lifestyle. You know, I work out, I'm eating healthy, I'm like listening to an audiobook. I share about my life with my baby, with my husband, and this is how people connect with us, and they see like, oh, okay, this is something that I can do. So that's part of what we do. I mean, it sounds like, really, is that all that you guys do? Well, yeah, it's that simple.
It's
right, Barbie?
I was gonna say yes. It's that simple. Okay, the dog just opened the door. We have a giant Doberman who opens doors, so things might get a little crazy in 1 second, but we'll pick them out if anything. So it's that simple, and yet, why do we have the quote, opportunities are usually disguised as hard work, so most people don't recognize them? We're not gonna lie to you guys, it's hard freaking work. It's not that it's difficult work, but look at this picture. Can we talk about what was going on in this picture? I mean, I think it really captures it.
Yeah.
Because, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Carmen gave birth 5 weeks ago. 5 weeks and 1 day ago, she was working. And then just 2 days after you gave birth, you were already sharing on social media. You actually had, we're going to talk about it in a little bit, your highest paying month. But all of that is a result of hard work.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and like I say, it's not hard to share, but also it's hard work to like really commit to something, especially when it's something that is giving you freedom, that is giving you the opportunity to be at home with your baby, the opportunity to do all the things that you want to do. And sometimes you're like, can I really do that? And so it's hard work. You have to have the passion, and you will find that passion because, I mean, this became my passion. I was working on myself. I was sharing with others, and it feels so good to know that I'm inspiring other people to also change their life, to start living a healthy lifestyle. I mean, you saw the photo, like on the next slide, you saw the photo of me and my baby, which that was actually like 2 days ago. Sometimes he's kind of fussy, and my husband actually was not in the house at that moment. So I was like, okay, I needed to do some calls. So I put him on to sleep, and hey, this is a family business. So it's like, since right now he's actually cooperating and just helping mommy to work. So I had my baby on my carrier. I was like just posting, answering some messages, and but it's commitment, and the commitment it's with me, with the people that I help, with my family, with my husband, because we're living a life that we never thought it was possible. And I mean, but like they say, hard work really pays off, and I'm living that, and we're proof of that. And I mean, Barbie especially, like saying, you know, like she just came from a vacation, and some people working on corporate America, I was like, man, I don't want to go to work. But like with these opportunities, different. It's like I can stop doing this even when I'm in vacation.
That's awesome. So I've been at this for 11 years, and I can tell you guys that they will reach this business is the kind of business that it's front heavy. You have to do the hard work up front. And by hard work, I mean hours of messaging people, contacting them, running our challenge groups, mentoring, attending our training calls, all of that. For me, it was fun. And for Carmen, it's fun. But in the beginning, for me, it was a lot of work up front. And for Carmen, and I'm seeing Carmen, you know, like I said, she was working right before she gave birth. She's working now, but she's still gaining momentum. And we're going to talk about the income, but she's making freaking pretty amazing money. And I'm at the point right now, you guys, I'm a 7-figure earner. I've been making 7 figures per year since 2012. You get to a point where I still work my business. I would say, in all honesty, that I probably work, how many hours do you think I work, Carmen? I have no idea, but I'm just curious.
3 to 4?
Huh?
3 to 4 a day, maybe?
Yeah, about 3 to 4 hours a day. And I also have an assistant. So I work about 25 hours a week, and I have an assistant that works about 30 or more hours a week. But this is the life that I've been able to create, and I can go on vacation, I can travel. Today I only worked from my car messaging people just about 1 or 2 hours, but you have to be willing to do the work. And we're spending so much time with this because we don't want you to come in and to think, oh my gosh, I shared my picture on social media, why aren't I making, you know, $1,000? No, you have to be very intentional. What it takes is hard work, passion, dedication. We made this list and we're like, oh, you have to have a heart of service. You have to be committed, and you have to be willing to fail forward, which simply means not everything you do is gonna work, right, Carmen?
Yeah, no, I mean, and I'm actually a proof of that because I started this business almost 8 years ago, and at the beginning it was just a hobby. It was just something that I was doing like a little side hustle that I was really not putting too much attention. And later on you will see on the income progression what that means, like to do something as a hobby. But then I was like, wait, I woke up from this life that I was living. I was like, I'm missing out. This is an amazing opportunity, and I just have to make sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do, and I don't have to spend a lot of time. I mean, you see this picture with my baby, but of course I'm also present when I'm with him and like nursing and like on the bed, like taking care of him. So it's not only like working with the baby. It's like you organize yourself to work. I work like right now I'm working probably like the same 3 to 4 hours, just me, and then my husband worked something similar. So it's just also having patience, because sometimes we join an opportunity and want to see results right away. And it took me years, but it was because I was not treating this as like it is an amazing opportunity that now I see, and it's changing my life, and it's changing the life of my family.
Absolutely. And that's why we put that quote, that opportunities are usually disguised as hard work, but so many people don't recognize it because they see hard work and they're like, oh wait, I don't know about that, you know, or the opposite. They think that it's so easy, and then when they do it, they get disappointed. But I think that you've given like a really good snapshot of what it actually takes. And the last thing that we want to mention about what we do is we grow ourselves. I don't know any other job or opportunity where you get to work out, you get to use the products, the nutritional products. We are expected to read 10 pages a day. I'm not kidding. I'm reading like 10 books at a time right now. I've been reading this. My dog likes it too because he ate it. I'm reading another book. I'm reading like 10 books at a time just because I want to. My job is to grow myself as a person. And I can tell you that I have seen Carmen just blossom into this amazing leader, wife, mom. And the person in front of me right now is not who I knew 8 or 9 years ago. And I'm sure I've changed too as a person in the past few years, right?
Yeah. I mean, for sure. And actually, if you let me add into that,
yes, of course.
Ourselves. I mean, you say like read 10 pages. Like right now with my baby, and actually, to be honest, I'm lazy when it comes to reading. So what it works for me is audiobooks.
Me too.
I'm driving. I'm cooking. I'm like doing the cleaning the house, and I'm listening to audiobooks. And something that I shared with Barbie during my the delivery. When I had my baby, I was telling her, you know what, something that really changed, helped me to go through that process of having my baby is actually focusing a lot on my mind. And all of this is thanks to Beachbody, because otherwise I wouldn't know about audiobooks, about like reading stuff to give food to my brain, to make me like a positive, to focus on the positive things. So I just recently experienced that, and it was thanks to like all the audiobooks, all the things that we read, that it's helping us to be more confident, to be more strong, and to be more positive.
Absolutely. This is total opposite. 2 years ago, I had a surgery, and I was in bed, and it hurt so much. I hadn't been able to get up. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't get up. I can't get up. And I was wearing a bracelet that said I'm a warrior. And I remember I was like, okay, it's time to show the world and yourself who the heck you are. And I remember like digging deep into my personal development. It's like a toolbox, and like looking at my bracelet and being like, I got this. I mean, it almost killed me to get up, but I did it, you know. And you just discover how strong you are. It's not that you read personal development and boom, but you, in this process, in this journey, you discover what you're capable and how amazing you really are. And then you get to help others do the same. So what we do as coaches is empower ourselves and then empower others. All right, let's talk about the money, you guys. So we always have to say that Team Beachbody, our company, doesn't guarantee any level of success or income. Each coach's income is dependent on her or his own efforts, diligence, and skill. But we're going to show you our own income growth over the past few years. So this is when I started. And so you can take a second to look at these numbers. I talked about my years, and then let me look at this, hold on. Yeah, I talked about my actual earnings at the end of the year, and Carmen is showing her monthly earnings year by year. Okay, so Carmen can talk about hers in a second, but it's important to say it's not about comparison at all. We each have a different journey. And these are just examples of incomes that you can earn. Again, there are no guarantees, but I know women on our team now, like Amy, for example, I think she's making about as much as I'm making or even more, and she's been a coach less time than I have. Moira, she's on her way to making 7 figures a year, and she's only been a coach 4 years. So it really is dependent on you. It is absolutely bogus that people think, oh, you have to get in early. That is absolutely not true, and we have the people on our team to prove it. So my first year, I made $11,737. You guys, this was not a business for me. I joined just because I said I wanted to help people, but I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have, anyone helping me with the business. I didn't really know that I wanted a business. My second year, I made $41,000. I always tell people I made 50, but okay, I made $41,000. And I was like, that's pretty freaking awesome. I was still working as a professor. I was a professor at the university. Then my third year, I was like, that's when the light bulb went off. When I saw other people who were making 6 figures, and I said, I can freaking do this. And it just happened. Once I hit that third year, I had gained momentum. I had been working hard. I was attracting people with my energy, with my enthusiasm, with my passion. Boom. The fourth year, I made $434,000. The fifth year, it went up by $300 and something thousand. So I made $753,000, and then it went up to 7 figures. That has continued to stay about in that range ever since 2012, I think it is. So that's me. Carmen?
Wow. You see, and that's my inspiration, because I know eventually I will get there. And as you say, it's not about comparing, because we all have our own story and our own way of doing things. And like I said, and I wanted to show you here a monthly progression, because, and I don't know if you can read it, but like on the bottom, I said it was actually happening at that moment. And so in March 2015, I made $60 a month and had no vision. It was just like, oh, I make $60. That can help me to buy groceries, so that can help me to put gas. It's cool. I was happy being an accountant, or I thought I was happy being an accountant. Then the next year, on the same month, I actually make a little bit more, $539. And it was a hobby, but I was like, hey, that can help me to pay my car bill, the car payment, or pay my bills, my utility bills. But then the following year, I was like, wait, this is actually can give me more money. So I started doing it more like as a part-time, because I still was doing my accounting. I was still being an accountant. So almost $2,000 a month, which, hey, it's not bad, right? For a part-time job, you can do a lot with that extra money a month. But then when I start really like looking into it, I was like, this is an amazing opportunity. It's time for me to really work hustle and like make sure that I'm doing the right activities to see the right results. And then in 2018, it went up to almost $5,000. Wow. And then guess what? This year, exactly last month, when I mean, my baby was actually born on February 28th, and I was like, okay, I don't know how this is gonna be with a new baby, adjusting to a new life. But you know what? Actually, just sharing my story through social media, that inspires so many people, and they were taking action. So you can see, like, it almost 4 times what I make on 2018. Last month I make over $60,000, and wow. That's just a combination of passion and vision, because that was something that I didn't have before. Now that I have a family, it's like I don't see myself going back to accounting. I don't want my husband to go back to marketing, because we are loving this life that we're living. And then I see my mentor making all this money, and I'm like, we'll get there. You know, things are gonna happen. So this is just to show you that. I mean, you may start with no vision, but if you really work hard, and if you want to take this as a part-time, it's okay. But if you put your passion and vision into this, you can make really good money.
I love everything that you said. I want you guys to go back and listen to the recording of this and just let it sink in. So yes, use these figures as inspiration and as something to drive you. And I can absolutely tell you, the day that Carmen had her baby, I've seen your drive, your passion, your work ethic, everything else be fired up, because now you have even a bigger purpose than you ever did. And so one last thing I want to say about income is that once you've built a team, as we have, what happened to the thing? It begins to grow exponentially. And so last month, I think Carmen said she thought she made like 14,000, and now it's like 16,000. It's very possible that she'll jump next month to 20,000 and then 30,000. This is how it happens, but you need to put all that work up front so that the team could grow your income. Other people start making money, you start making money. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so let's talk about the tools and support on our team. We won't spend a lot of time here. Just trust that we are here to support you. We're a team of 25,000 coaches. Yet, even though we're a big team, there are so many leaders on our team. So a lot of people have their own trainings, and we have access to so many trainings. But we have a new coach training. We have a new coach training in English. Carmen has one in Spanish as well. We have a training website. You're even welcome to look at it, not right now, but it's teamempirecoaches.com. It's open because I personally believe that, you know what? The tools, it's not rocket science, and it's not a secret. So it's teamempirecoaches.com. If you want to peek, I wouldn't do it right now, but I'm just telling you, that's how strongly I believe that there are no secrets in this business. The mentorship really, really helps. And this is what you would get from us. And then the actual work, not rocket science. You just do the work, you have commitment, you have faith, you have belief that you can make this happen. It can happen. We have weekly team calls on Monday night. They're recorded. Corporate Beachbody has amazing calls every Monday morning. They're also recorded. And we offer, from time to time, we always have our Facebook support groups. In addition to that, we do special training groups. Sometimes we do diamond runs. We do special, just different trainings, different times of the year. Sometimes we even have like a money pot so that people can participate for the holidays. We might be doing one this summer. So in terms of training and support, you've got it all. Let's talk about, Carmen, the opportunity for one-on-one mentorship.
Yeah, and actually, what happened yesterday, actually, I had a one-on-one with the CEO of the company, with Carl.
That happened. And why did that happen, Carmen?
I got that because of the results that I'm producing. You know, they wanted to know, okay, he just wanted to talk to me and see what is it that I'm doing to help so many people to change their lives. And also he offered, like, how can I help you? And that's the beauty about this opportunity. I mean, you get a chance to talk to to corporate, and they're there to help you. And like Barbie said, they also have so many resources for us. So, and that's something also that we're going to do with you. Of course, we're going to start with a one-on-one, trying to understand what are your goals, what do you want to do, how much time you have, and kind of help you to get organized so you can like start these and you can start making money right away, because this is a business, right? And we want to make money. You want to make money too. So yeah, you will have the support of us as your mentors, and you will have, I mean, for support, you don't have to worry, because you will have all the tools right there to learn and to put in practice.
Yeah, so Carmen and I are going to offer an exclusive, and by exclusive, it's not open to everyone. For those of you who are serious about building a business, if you have your list of 2 people that you're ready to sign on and talk to a friend, talk to, you know, people that you know on social media, you have your 2 people who are ready to start with you, boom, you get them started. This way you make money, they have their 2 people, and then they make money, and we will not hand select you, but hand walk you by the hand, really one-on-one. And that has been, I think that's really a game changer, Carmen. I don't want you to spend this time talking about how wonderful I am, but it's not about that at all. I just mean, what has the relationship been like for me and you? Because really, this is what you're offering to your new coaches, and this is what I'm offering to my coaches who are doing the work. It's one thing to say, hey, I want to work, but then there are the others that are showing you what they're actually willing to do with their actual work.
Yeah, I mean, like we're in touch through text, you know, like we're texting each other. So to me, that's a lot of support, because sometimes if I cannot jump in a call or something and I need some help, I know Barbie is there, and she will answer me to help me, because she knows that I'm working hard, I'm producing, I'm seeing results. So I mean that, and also if I'm doing something that it may have, I mean, she can have some feedback and kind of guide me and tell me how can I do it better to get better results. So that's the kind of support that I'm being getting with Barbie. You know, more like now that I'm in a leadership position, like making sure that I'm also helping my coaches to by having them duplicating what I'm doing, and that way they can also see results.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun to see you at this level, because I feel like now we're rocking it together. You know, I feel less like a mentor. I've always felt like you were a friend, but I feel less like a mentor, or maybe like a mentor still, but just like we're just freaking rocking this together.
And it's friendship too, and this is the amazing part about this opportunity, that you not only find an amazing opportunity, but you also find friends, people that really care for you and are always there. And like if they see you making some accomplishment, they get emotional, just like Barbie shared like early on this call. And it's so, I mean, it feels amazing to be surrounded by so much positivity and people that are like happy for all the things that you're accomplishing, and that's amazing. That's a blessing.
It feels so good. I did something, and I was reading about mentorship, and basically when you have the right mentorship, you cut your time to success, I would say, by more than half. Yeah. Because when you don't have a mentor, you're trying all these things, and I'm the first one to be like, Carmen, that's freaking awesome. That's a brilliant idea. Or like, girl, I don't know if you should do that, because I've done this and these have been my results. And you're doing the same for your coaches. So having, you know, of course you have the choice to sign up with whoever you want, but the great thing about, well, that sounds kind of funny, right? But it's true. The great thing about us, but the wonderful thing about us, and I'm going to say it because I feel it, is that we know who we are. We have the proven success. We know what we're doing, and we'd be able to cut your time to success if you're willing to do the rest of the work, right? The hard work, that gets cut by half, and then you can speed up your success rate. So, okay, let's talk about excuses and getting out of our way.
Oh my goodness. And like Barbie said at the beginning, Carmen, you're good at this, because honestly, I was that person that has so many excuses at the beginning. I'm not fit enough, you know, like, wait, I'm not an expert. I'm not a nutritionist. I have a lot of a weight to lose. But that's the beauty about this program. You don't have to be in the perfect shape. Even like right now, me, I'm going through my postpartum, and I'm actually, I just started working out again, and I'm eating healthy, and now I have about 30 pounds to lose. So like some people may think, oh, you know, I don't wanna, I mean, I'm not in my shape, but the way I see it, this is where people can relate to me, because they see, oh, I'm more reliable right now because I have this weight to lose. So no, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be on the best shape. And about time, seriously, I mean, and I'm gonna do something with you right now, and I want you to like take a second and just breathe. You're breathing, right? That means you're alive. So if you're alive, you have time, because the only people that don't have time is those people that already they passed away. They don't have time. Their time for them is it's gone. But for us, it's not that we don't have time. It's that it's lack of administration on our time, and that's something that we're gonna help you to make sure that you're spending the time in a way that you are producing, and that you're doing the right activities, and you can see the success, and you don't have to wait 10 years or 9 years until you see like money coming into your account, because you're doing this as a business. And you know, like I said, you don't have to be an expert. So I mean, and there's so many excuses, and I'm sure I mean, and even like you can share with us in the Q&A what kind of excuses you have, and we will find a solution and for you. I'm sure of that.
Yes, totally. I was just reading something yesterday about money never being a good excuse, because okay, we understand that in today's economy, maybe $200 is hard to come by, right? But if your child needed $200, you would find it.
Yeah.
I would guarantee it. You would find a way to find it. If you needed a life-saving medicine, you would find it. So it's a matter of doing whatever it takes to get started. When I started, you guys, I actually put, even though I was a professor making $56,000 at the time, I had a lot of debt, $94,000 in debt, and I didn't know how to manage my money. At the end of the month, I would have to put my groceries on my credit card because I just didn't have enough money left over. And I still signed up to be a coach because it was important to me. I just put it on my credit card. And then obviously that has paid tenfold. In terms of time, I had just moved to a new city, to Dallas, Texas, by myself with my 2 dogs, an inflatable mattress in a suitcase, no food, and just me, no friends. And the 4th or 5th day of doing one of my exercise programs, I was doing Slim in 6, I tore a calf muscle, and I was like, oh, great. Yet I wasn't gonna allow that to stop me from my journey. And I was just starting my job as a new professor. So I wasn't fit enough. I didn't have the time because I was a new professor. I had no business starting a new business. I had just moved to a new city where I didn't know a single soul other than my colleagues who I wasn't friends with. I wasn't an expert. I'm not an expert. And I did it because I wanted to do it. And it was the best decision ever. So I don't personally believe in it's the right time. There are very few, I'm 45 years old, you guys. I'm going to tell you right now, there are very few times in life when it's going to be the right time for anything. All the stars align and everything's perfect. That just doesn't happen. Okay, so how do we get started? What's the best way to get started?
Well, the best way to get started is actually working on yourself. Like we said at the beginning, you have to be a product of the product. So you want to see what you're going to offer to other people. So the best way is by you investing on yourself. And we have an amazing offer right now, which actually is on sale. And it's basically starting with a challenge pack that is going to include over 75 virtual training programs through an app, or you can actually connect it to the TV. You can do it from your computer. You can work anywhere in your house, at the park, at the gym. You have a gym membership, you still want to be surrounded by all these crazy smell and all of that. Just kidding about that.
You guys, I don't mind the
And you also gonna have or support has coaches, making sure that you understand how the programs work, helping you to get to your healthy way or whatever your goal is. You're gonna have access to meal plans, to food lists, recipes, and if you have like a special diet that you wanna follow, either you're vegan, vegetarian, we have the options. You're gonna learn about eating in portions, eating the right food, having like the list so you can go grocery shopping. shopping, and you will know how to buy things. You're also gonna have a 30 days superfood shake that you can replace as one of your meals, and a lot of support and accountability, because just as we have groups for training for coaches, we also have groups for challengers, and so you will have that support. And if you're like, oh, I don't feel like working out, when you go into the group and you see somebody already posting their sweaty self, you're like, oh my God, I have to work out too, you know. So, and that's something that you don't have at the gym, and that's something that they don't tell you how to eat or what to eat. They don't give you ideas of recipes, and that's something that you will find in our community. And the best part is that actually this has a 30-day money back guarantee. And if, like, let's say you try and you're like, this is just not for me, it's okay. You at least try, and you're not wondering if it was or not for you. And of course, a lot of surprises, because we make it fun. So you start with yourself by working on your healthy goals, whatever they are. You don't have to, if you don't have to lose weight, you want to gain mass or whatever you need to do, you will have that. So you start with an investment of $160, and that's basically how you start. So you can start learning about the tools that you later are gonna offer to your friends, your family, all the people that are gonna follow you through this new journey. I don't know if I'm missing anything, Barbie.
No, I just want to say something about the gym, you guys. I personally, I go on and off. Like, sometimes I like to go to the gym, and the wonderful thing is that we have an app on our phone that you can actually, you can actually take your workouts and go to the gym. And so the reason I went like that was because somebody came up to me. They're like, wow, they had no idea that I was actually following. My husband is one of the trainers, but I was actually doing his workout. And they're like, wow, you're really focused and you really know what you're doing. And I was like, no, honestly, I don't. But it was because I was doing the workout. But yeah, most people like to work out at home, but you can work out at home, and you can also go to the gym if that's what you want. And no one says that you can't ever work out and do something else, like go to yoga. I love to go to yoga. I go to yoga as well. Like, you can make this fit your lifestyle. But yes, for $160, the sign-up fee is waived. You get everything that Carmen just mentioned, and you get the support. And let me tell you that I actually signed up because I knew I was very hesitant, very skeptical, and that I actually signed up only because I knew I could get my money back within 30 days, because I was so afraid of, getting scammed. And so I wanted to feel like freedom. And the night that I signed up, I had a knot in my stomach. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? And it was the best decision I ever made. And I never looked back. After the first night of being scared, I focused on helping people, and I focused on connecting, and that's what I loved, and that's what I love. And that was it. The worries went away, and I've had the best time doing this. So there we are on stage. This was last year. Carmen said to me, we went upstage, we took a picture, and she said, I'm going to be here next year. And now she has come so far from last year. I'm so proud of you, Carmen. And so now we're inviting you. If what we have shared with you tonight resonates with you, we want to invite you to cross to the other side where the grass is actually greener, you guys. So that's it. Let's go ahead and open up the floor for questions that you may have. And honestly, you guys, you can ask anything. We won't stay more than 5 minutes, but go ahead and ask us whatever you want. I'm gonna stop sharing, and then that way, okay. And you can type in the chat box if you have any questions, and if you don't, that's okay. But
okay, so Barbie, I have a question.
Yes, darling, shoot.
Okay, so you said that you're working. So I need to, because I have kids, 4 kids still at home, and so all of my work would need to be done like within the hours that they're all at school, which I think is very doable because I'm very active on social. I've got a really great tribe of people that are amazing and awesome. So what I would need, I'm not a creator of systems. I'm a follower of systems. So if I were to work with you, it's like, okay, Liz, I would really need someone to say, okay, Liz, look, this is what you do to start. This is like an introductory like email or this. I mean, I would really need the hand holding.
Carmen, do you have yes, we have that, girl. We have a whole flipping system for you. I was looking for the business activity tracker. I don't know if you have it, Carmen.
I have it.
But it's okay. Or I have them like all over the place. So let me see where I have it right here. So I can, I have it right here. Okay. So first of all, we have our website as I said, and then on top of that, look at this, right? It's basically, we tell you exactly what to do. You're going to have a little checklist of like, okay, Liz, did you have your workout on Shakeology? Awesome. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you check it. Okay, in order to grow your business, you need to initiate conversation and add followers, 20 minutes. This business is created for the busy person. Honestly, I'll be 100% honest with you. People that have too much time on their hands actually don't do well in this business.
Yeah,
because they just.
I can see that. I mean, you want something that you give it to a busy person.
Yes. So we've got you, girl. So you'll get this, you'll get our training, and step by step, do this, post this many times a week, invite this many people, and then you do the work, we give you the feedback. You do the work, we give you the feedback.
Okay, so these two people like to work with you. Like right now, if I blast on my social media, like, look, hey, I want to be a Beachbody coach. I need 2 other people to come with me. Like, is there anybody that's interested in being a part of my team? Is that what I put out there? And then
I think anything that you do, and you do it with passion and sincerity and authenticity, you've got this.
But I mean, is that what it is? Like, in order for me to have the one-on-one, I need 2 other people that want to be coaches as well. Is that what I need?
Yes. If you're going to get the support, no matter what, you're going to get the support.
Yeah.
You have all the tools, the training. One-on-one, I need to know that this person, you or someone else, is actually not just wanting to build a business, but you actually have the courage to say, you know what, who wants to run with me? Let's freaking do it. I will tell you right now that the people that I started with, most of them are long gone. Because people are fickle, because people are, a lot of times they're just not serious. They don't know the work that it takes. So just because you get started with 2 people doesn't mean that those 2 people are going to be there, right, Carmen? You know, a year from now or 5 years from now or 2 months from now. So it's just that we just get started fast. This is going to help you start building your team, start seeing an income. And if they're serious, they could just enjoy the product. But if they have any kind of business sense and a desire to do something more, then they're going to invite their 2 friends and they'll make some money. Let me tell you, the first time you see your check, even if it's $17, I think mine was $29, you're like, oh, wait, this is kind of awesome. Like, I have my own money. This is nail money. And then all of a sudden it's our payment money, you know?
Yeah. So let me ask you this then, because I know 2 people, and I'll tell you this, like, I've been approached by, I don't know, probably 5 people, like, over the 2 years that I've been on social media, like, hey, we would love for you. I'm just like, oh, no. Like, I'm not really, wasn't into it. I've used Beachbody for years. Like, I'm an online membership. I use it when I travel, especially. Like, I'm a believer. It works. I love it. But it was only, like, I identified with you because I'm a couple years older than you, but I'm 2 years older than you. But, like, I see what you looked like, what you look like now, and that was like that. Not that. I mean, I would like to get back to where I was just a few years ago. And so I'm like, I really identified with you. And it's like, okay, you're already doing it. You're there. You're not in the beginning. And so it's like, okay, I know that if I do it, I would want to do it with you. But this is the thing. What if I'm thinking of 2 women in particular who they are Beachbody, I'm guessing coaches.
No,
so
you can't be a coach.
Huh?
They can't be coaches.
Okay, so if they're already a coach, like, they can't, like, so that's past. Okay, so I will just have to, apologize. Like, I'm sorry. It was just timing. And, so they cannot have already signed up as a coach at any time. Yes.
Well, not right now. They can't be coaches. But don't worry. We'll talk about this tomorrow. tomorrow, you know, because I feel like we have to talk more, and I'll help you through this.
Okay.
Okay, any more questions? And you have to be courageous, ladies, because if you don't have the courage to ask now, what's going to make you think you're going to have courage to ask later, you know? So just ask anything that's on your mind. 1, 2, 3, ask.
Yep, we're here.
$160, that's all it is to start, 160 bucks?
Yep.
Now, what does that get you? What do you get for the $160?
Well, like I mentioned, it was the access to Beachbody On Demand, which you will have it for a year. You will have access to all the recipes, the nutrition. They will come with a container so you can measure your portions. 1 month of our Super Shake, Shakeology, and you will have the access to our challenge groups, where we're going to help you with any questions that you may have in regards to the programs and in regards to the nutritions and all of that, and a lot more. Because, I mean, we treat all these groups like it's a lifestyle group. We don't only talk about health and fitness. We also talk about other subjects like time management, like finances, like other stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And then moving forward, starting the second month, the fee, I mean, it's ridiculous, Elizabeth. Like, it costs freaking nothing to be a coach. $15.95 plus tax, so 17 something per month. The business services fee, and then the cost of your product. So I get Shakeology every month plus the $17 fee. I pay about $117 or $120 per month to be a coach. And obviously, you know, the goal is to help you make that money right away, so that you're not spending on your products. You're actually making an income.
Right. Yeah, and also another thing that I forgot to mention is that as a coach, you also save 25% off on everything. So later on, if you want to buy something else, you will have this 25% off.
Okay.
And the same thing, like, which later on, once you join the community, you will learn more about how to make this money, because there's so many different ways you can make. And one of them is by you bringing these people, you will be earning money right away. So you can start from 25% up to more, because it depends on the different products that we have.
Okay.
Shannon is asking, when you sign up to be a coach and have your 2 people, do you live stream the workouts with your team? How is that done? Like this?
No, I mean, you can do it by yourself, or if you want it for accountability, you can do it with them. Oh, also, we're going to keep each other accountable through this app called My Challenge Tracker. So if you work out, you can post it there. You can post your sort of selfie. Somebody's having workout. So it's more like for accountability. So you start with 2 friends. It will be to help each other with our personal goals and also with the business, because I'm sure they already know 2 other people that they need these and they can invite them. And I'm sure the other friends also know some people that may need these and that can invite them. So that way we all help each other.
Because you're not even toilet paper. I was going to say, you're not selling toilet paper, you guys. Although toilet paper is necessary, and you know, I like a special brand, but I'm just saying, like, you're selling a product that actually changes lives. And so you're actually looking for people that want to help other people, that want to help themselves, and that may want to help other people.
Yeah.
Right.
So what we're offering is legitimate. Like, people need help, and we have a solution that works with amazing support.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be an expert, because
I mean, I'm still not. Yeah. So, okay. So normally, I told you, I was kidding. I'm not going to go to sleep in an hour, but we have a rule in this house that we don't do calls past 5 or 6 o'clock, because we've both we've already paid our dues, which is amazing, right? But this is special, you guys. This is a special call tonight. I was like, babe, I got the special call for the Pacific Coast people. So I hope you feel the love, because it takes a lot to do nighttime calls, and this is I haven't done a call at 8 o'clock in, like, I don't know how many years. So, all right, guys, let's wrap up so I can go be with the family, and Carmen can go back to your baby, and you guys can go be with your kids and family and everything. Thank you so much for being on, you guys. So make sure, whoever invited you, make sure that you get back to either myself or to Carmen, the person that invited you. And then we can continue this conversation. If you're ready to rock and roll, we will be ready to welcome you with open arms. All right. Good night, everyone. I see your head spinning, Elizabeth, with a bunch of questions. We'll talk. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, guys. Have a